another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
It's another one. It's another one. You know what? I'm liking the intro, man. But look, guys, obviously, I know we've got a different setup now. We obviously just wanted to switch it up now today. We've obviously got my brother, Rico. And look, we've got a special guest as well. Massive shout out to Pro Boxing, William.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Love it, man. Love it. No,
Sweet
William,
Caroline.
thank you so much for, taking up your busy time just to, podcast and chill with us. As you know, we just like to just create a vibe and an energy. And look who we have here. Someone's late.
Yo, what's happening, lads? Sorry, I'm late. Technical issues. What's happening, William? What's happening, Rico?
Go on, mate. Okay.
Well done, my brother, man. Big up, Chris.
All good.
I'm shocked that I'm actually on time for your own show, but it is what it is.
Trust me, I think he's frozen there. Yep, he's gassed. Look, big up Bakaya Saka. He's obviously gassed about the show. I'm not too sure what's happened to everyone else. They look like they're frozen.
I'm here, bro.
Are we still there? Are we good?
I'm here.
Still there.
Yep.
We're good. Little technical issue. Let's fly, man. Cuz I'm gonna lead it over to yourself. You're obviously jumping in. We've just started, so we've got William, pro boxer, crawler on the show, and we just wanted you to just do your magic, your Congolese magic,
Well, first of all, sorry I'm late, guys. Technical issues. William, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Let's go. So, first question I always ask every boxers on the show. What made you go into boxing?
Do you know, obviously with me, my brother's Anthony. So, and we had an age gap. He's 12 years older. So obviously I was a mistake of my mum and dad, obviously, because it's quite a big age gap. So by the time he was like 20, 22, I was obviously 10, the perfect age to go around the boxing gym. And obviously you just want to be with your brother, don't you? So that's literally how I got into it. And then before him, my dad boxed, which got him into it. So it runs through the family. So it's just like anyone, it's just always been in a family.
Nice. I mean, when's your next? When are you next fighting?
I think it will be September. I was hoping to go out again in July, but I've got a tiny little hand injury from last weekend. It's not much. My knuckle's just a bit bruised and sore, so I don't know how fast I'll be able to get punching again before then, because I want to be active, but I don't just want to rush things just for the sake of it. I want to take my time at the same time, if you know what I mean. But yes, I'm hoping September.
Nice one. No, I'll definitely tune in. No, nice one.
Same. I'm definitely going to be tuned in. In terms of preparations for the fight, of course, like I know you said it runs in the family, and then big up to you as well. How did you find sort of the preparations for this fight? Did it feel? How was the feeling like? Obviously, you got through it, and big up to you.
The training's hard. It is hard. But there's that saying: if you do something you love, you're not working a day in your life. And so rather than me wait before I was boxing, I was full time on site. I'm a fully qualified scaffolder as well. So wow. Before was this. So I know what it's like getting up at 5 a.m. when it's freezing. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather get up at 8:30 and go gym and spar someone. It's what I love doing. And I miss days like this where it's sunny now. I miss days on site like that. I miss the banter with the lads and that. But when you like doing something, it's not really work. And just to feel good, like how good mentally you feel, John, you're always training. It's just, man, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, no, obviously big up as well. Tony Ellis is a regular, fan of our show, and massive shout out for joining us today. He's obviously asking you, how is the pressure knowing your brother was so good?
It's like I say, I got asked a lot of fight week. How am I feeling? I'll tell you, in my honest, from the bottom of my heart, I weren't nervous one bit. until I was stood behind the backboards to come out. And the only reason I was nervous because I looked out and saw the MEN Arena, and I thought, "Oh fuck it, I've got to go and box there in a minute."
How was the feeling like? How's the energy of? Because for me, I know fighters, when you get in the zone, you get in the zone. But I'm a firm believer of like the build up, the entrance, the crowd, the energy, the atmosphere. Do you sort of feed off that, or or are you sort of the focus? Let me get in the ring. Job done, guys.
I fed off that. Like, so I went from being, I wasn't nervous. I was just thinking, "Whoa, this is a big one." To when the song started getting played, I was stood on the stage looking around. There's a top crowd in there for the time it was on. Do you know what I mean? I'm in the arena, like you instantly go from feeling to, nah, I'm the luckiest person in here. Like, these are all there watching me go to work, and so it instantly goes. And then once you're in the ring, any fight will say the same. Like, there's no going back then, is there? So there's no point in being nervous. The feeling just goes.
Question from me. Sorry, I always ask boxers these questions. How would you describe training camp?
Not fun. It's
Easy, hard, challenging?
Nah, it's not easy. It's very hard. Like, it's just you find something else in yourself that you probably didn't know was there. Like, so say for example, let's go for a week. Like, a punching session on Monday, that could be sparring or pads or just bags. Then at that night, I'll either do my sprints, and then I'll do a little recovery session in the sauna. I was reading a lot of stuff about that. I like recovering in the sauna. Don't dehydrate or nothing like that. I hydrate a lot while I'm in there. Just good because your heart rate's at a high rate. So obviously, if your blood pumping around your body, you're recovering. Then on the Tuesday, I'll do my weights and then another cardio session. Then Wednesday, we're punching, and I'll do yoga. So there's no real stop until you get. So Thursday, I might just do weights in the morning. So I just look forward to that all week. It's sort of how you get through the week. Like, you look forward to your little times off and your rest days.
Wow.
Big Will, a couple of questions for myself. You know, obviously Anthony Crolla, being your brother, you know, he had a very, very successful run, great career. Losing to Lomachenko at the end, you know, it is what it is. Your first fight, you know, because obviously you are a prospect, and you know, I would kind of say you're akin in terms of like the promotional aspect to maybe Ricky Hatton's son, in terms of how they'll probably push you, right? How many fights do you want to have within a year? So you've had your first one. How many fights do you want to have within this?
Well, are we talking 12-month time or calendar year? Like
12 months from your last one.
No.
So from Manchester now, you've had your debut.
Yeah.
I've got just a couple of questions after this or whatever, but you know, leading into it.
Yeah, go ahead.
How many fights do you want to have within a year period from your debut?
I want 5. I want at least 4 more. At least, like I say, like the plan was scout in July, then again in September. But obviously, little stuff like this happens and a little break. But I've not punched since my fight. I've been training, I've been running, doing my weight still, a bit of sort of CrossFit style training, which we mix in with some of our training quite a lot because obviously it's a high heart rate and recovering. But I've not punched yet since my fight.
How did you feel with obviously the victory? You know, your first opponent going into the program is always like that. Just feel, you know, it's an easy touch for your first fight. Of course. Never sugarcoat that. But it's very commendable at the fact that you want to fight 5 times a year. You know, there's other people that I've asked, I'm not going to name names, but they, you know, didn't kind of want to have that type of volume of fights. So exceptional. How long do you want to stay at Super Welter?
I think this will be me for good. So what it is with me, could I make 10-7? Maybe. But would I feel good at it? Nah, absolutely not. Like, could I drain myself and make it 100%? I'd probably look dry on the scales. And then that's when you're trying to kill yourself out of my punch distance.
Because I don't know that. Because you're very young, Will. I really don't like, you see like a Devin Haney and stuff like that. You've been at the weight for so long. You've probably gone through the amateurs at super welter, so you're kind of ready to take that transition into the next one. So for me, obviously, you don't want to see you at super welter for so long where you're draining yourself and it becomes unhealthy. How well are you making the weight right now? Because you're fighting 4-rounders. I would say next year, you're going to go 6 and 8. Yeah.
So no, I make super welter easy, but I wouldn't make welter easy. Like I could make welter say, well, Anthony don't think I could make it, so that's how that goes. I said I could make it, and he said, nah, you couldn't. So we're at a weight now where, at the minute, I'm not a massive super welterweight, but I'm certainly not a small one. So I'm looking to build into it now. Like, I'm certainly not a small super welter, but I'm not a massive one, and that's the aim, to be a big super welter, and that's why my weights will start all picking up now. Like, even though I'm not trained, so we'll be bang hard into the strength conditioning, just building into a proper super welterweight physique.
So with what you're saying, you want to be fighting 5 times this year. What's the next show that you're aiming to be on? I know that obviously Edward is not one to not come with a game plan, especially signing a talent such as yourself. What's the next show? Because you pretty much come through unscathed, mate, to be fair.
Yeah. No, I say not. So we're just waiting to hear back from a few things really. That but I'm hoping, like say, September is when I'm hoping to be out. I don't think anything is announced over, but I'm hoping to be out September. And like you say, if I can get another one just before Christmas, gives me, if my maths are correct, I think it gives me eight weeks. I'm not the best with my months. And then, like you say, January is always quiet, pick up again in February, and then maybe a similar time to when I debuted last year. So, but I don't want too many 4-rounders. They won't benefit you. Yeah, like you say, last week, just one, like, I missed. Well, in my opinion, it wasn't a knockdown, but in a 4-rounder, it can be very costly. You know, if it's a close fight. Luckily, I was on top, but and I thought it was a slip myself. Well, I won't even go into it. Is what it is.
It was a 50-50 fight, bro. I'll be real. From the angles of the Van Dangles and certain ones, you kind of could say, but then obviously you were outclassing him completely. So it's not even like a hater would detrimentally say, oh, he should have lost that fight on his debut. Like, no, you won that shit completely.
Yeah, I thought, I didn't even lose the round that I got a knockdown score against us. So it was a 39-37, so it was an even round. But it's just in 4-rounders, little stuff like that can just be there. And it's not, I don't want to train 8-10 weeks just to have 4 rounds in there. I want the 6, 8s, and then I just want to build a good engine, and that's why I want to be so active, because the only way to get a good engine is being active and getting the rounds in.
With being active so much, sorry guys, I do apologize.
No, go ahead, do your thing, man. We hogged up at the beginning, so yeah.
Much love, my brothers, man. Obviously, because Will is a talent. When I interviewed Hassan Azim. I'm very close to Adam as well. But like, I with talent such as this, I kind of want to know where you're at. Because you have the Tartan Tornado, Ricky Hatton's son. What I want to ask you especially is that you've obviously grown up watching next gen shows, and you've seen a Conor Benn come through a next gen. You've seen this other person come through a next gen, especially with the UK, where we value domestic titles as in the area, as in the British title and everything like that. With being planted on a big stage like that for your debut, because you have had criticism, I've seen the criticism, whether unjustified, I believe it to be unjustified in the sense that you're not going to say no. If Eddie's just coming to anybody, if Eddie's coming up to say, oh, do you want to have your debut on a Wood Lara card? Yeah, I would definitely like to.
Yeah, so it's like you say now, I'm glad you brought it up. Like I said many times, I said in the press conference as well, like, and one of the main questions he answered, a few boxing public, like, why is he sat up there? And I addressed many times, it's because of my second name, but so because it upsets you, do you want me to not take that leg up? Do you want, just because John 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with 4 followers is pissed off at home? Like
the burners will, the burner accounts will get you.
Yeah, the burner accounts, a picture of Dobby or something in this picture. Do you want me to not take the leg up that I've been gifted? Like I've been lucky. I know I'm very grateful for that. And I said it many times. It's an opportunity. I'll be very grateful. And it's one that can hopefully change my life with.
Of course. Now, big up to you as
Well, it
well.
looks like you
honestly.
are. I mean,
Yeah, no, big
Sorry,
up to
carry
you,
on,
honestly. No, brother, it's all good. Man. I like the energy, I like the vibes, and yeah, you know, the audience called for you to come on the show, and for that first sort of,
I
you
had
know,
to know because I was supposed to interview you, like we were saying before, and you know, because with you know, I've seen a couple of your amateur bouts, and the thing is that I actually look at you, and I look at a couple of other prospects as well in Britain, and I want a great domestic scene, you know, and it all starts with people such as yourself, from your debut to carry on and how you carry on. The thing is now for me and for a lot of people that have kind of been watching, you know, like really getting into boxing from you know, like the mid noughties to coming up like this, we've seen people come through next gen shows, right? So I'll be covering the David Adelaide show on Friday, and that for me is like a next gen show, right? So the way that everything's working now is that it's for you, it's unnecessary. What I'm basically kind of allude to, and what I'm trying to basically say is that it's unnecessary criticism for yourself, because you are a young fighter that is presented to the big stage. Yes, it is because of your name. However, you're not. You don't look to you. From what I saw, that you took the opportunity with both hands. And if you didn't, then kind of the scrutiny can come through and be like, but like from what I've seen from you, you're actually on shit, bro, and I respect it heavily. So and the fact that you want to be fighting 5 times, so carry on, bro.
No, I appreciate like what you're saying. Like, do you know, I've watched the fight back, I'm pretty happy. But I thought I boxed pretty well in hindsight. Like with self-criticism, I should have probably got him out of there. Like I should have cut the ring off better, because I was round at certain times when Anthony was shouting move to the right, and I was following him a little bit, where I should have moved to the right and made him work that extra little bit, then that extra bit more. And I think in the last round I very nearly got him out of there, and I believe if I would have done that earlier and didn't follow him as much, I would have got him out of there, and it would have been a great debut. But I was happy with it. I thought it was pretty exciting, and like you say, if it was on there and stank the gaff out, then I'd understand. But I didn't really think I did. So
yeah, but the thing is, well, you have to understand as well. What people don't get is the pressure as well. What if you?
Yeah, of course.
A normal person will never ever have to get that pressure of lights, camera, action, right? The zone, this, have to hit an interview after. I've been there and I've seen these boxers do these things, bro, and I've seen man almost crumble. And these are guys that will absolutely put me in the dirt, 6, 5, 7 foot. And it's like, you know, you have. That's what I'm saying. Well, you have to have that respect for people such as yourself that take the opportunity, and you know, you never knocked him out, or you never actually got him out of there, or whatever like that. But still, you took the opportunity with both hands, and that's what I look at. You know, I don't look at the heavy negatives like, oh, Anthony Crowler's brother. It's none of that stuff.
No.
What I want is the future. So now you want to have these. You know, you want to get out probably within the midsummer and summer. And then possibly
again
December,
in the winter,
right? So we have another 3 fights then next year, right?
That's what I want.
The reason why I was kind of asking you about the weight in the beginning is because obviously if you're making the weight well, we could probably see you at this weight for what, another 2 years, you reckon?
Yeah, a good few years, man. Yeah, definitely a good few years. Like, I know I'm 24 now.
The competition is going to be mad out there, Will. You have to understand. By the time you go up, the 140 pounders are going to be up there. So Josh Taylor is going to be up there. Teo is going to be up there. Haney's going to be up there.
Hopefully we're retired by the time. But if I ever get to that level, we'll be gone. But
you will, man. You will. Put that energy out there, man. But
you will.
But like you say, I think weight is a massive, like you say, a massive thing in boxing. There's a lot of fighters who do drain themselves. Like you say, Devin Haney is a good example. He looks he looks a bit alien-esque when he's on the scales, you know, like skin and bone. And I think that is reason that is
fighters, especially young fighters like you.
Yeah, but no, I've got a good team behind me, and Anthony's very sensible, man. Like he'd never let me ever be weight drained. So I'm happy at this weight, yeah, and I just want to be busy at it.
And like you said, you're blessed
And
as
just
well.
the last couple of questions from myself. And I'll
No,
carry on. Carry on.
No, don't worry. I was just literally just adding on to what you're saying, and you're blessed anyway because your brother's been in the ring and done it, and I think he's the best person to sort of manage and guide you in terms of he's been there and done it, so it makes sense. And look, before you go to your question, Rico, my brother, let's get Bukayo Saka involved. He's obviously saying, look, this is why I rate Saka, because I was actually going to ask this, just after you. He's obviously saying, who did you used to look up to apart from your brother? Like, who are your favorite fighters sort of growing up?
My favorite fight, Joe. I grew up watching boxing in the Mayweather era. My Mayweather was he's the only fighter I'd ever stay up till late in the morning and watch. But on the British boxing scene, I used to love James DeGale.
Jeez.
James DeGale. Chunky is my favourite fighter. That's why.
You are some man. You are some man, William.
I switch it now, but I'm not. I'm naturally an orthodox, but DeGale was a southpaw, so I used to watch him and think, well, he's that good. So I want to try and so I ended up going southpaw a little bit as well, and then that's how I got to switch it in. But no, yeah, DeGale, James DeGale, Mayweather. I used to like Yurokis Gamboa as well.
Wow, he's been.
I used to like Gamboa, and then in recent years, I'd love what is Errol Spence is my favourite fighter at the minute.
Truth.
So, the truth.
We're gonna get along very well, even though the fight's been good.
You know what, Will? I thought you were cool. I'm not gonna lie, Will. I was like, I was right to not have the interview with you. I didn't know that you were just a Spence fanatic out here.
Come on.
Yeah,
just a quick one. Just a quick one, William. Do you think Spence will beat Crawford, or do you think Crawford will do the job?
Yeah, I'm Team Shark, man. Yeah, I think he'll beat him. I hope he does as well. But Anthony's Team Crawford, so my brother's Team Crawford. I'm Team Spence.
I've said this. I'm gonna say this again. Yeah, if Bud doesn't knock out Spence, if it goes to distance, Spence will probably win.
Yeah,
that's my prediction.
I think Terence Crawford's a special talent, by the way, as well. Very special talent.
Bud has to switch
it up. You know what it is, Will? I can't even hate on you, bro, because how your dynamic is there is my dynamic with Haney. I feel like Haney is just the guy, bro. So genuinely,
good boxing brain.
He comes with an orthodox style, whereas Shakur is obviously a southpaw. He is a Crawford. I don't see how Spence beats Crawford. I'll be real and honest with you lot, bro. Like I actually have like money bets out there that Dubois beats Usyk. So that's how crazy as yeah. We'll touch on that a little bit. The main summary from this story, right, is that I absolutely understand. However, Terence Crawford is going to send that man to orbit. I just bought a telescope. You guys can't see it. It's in the back.
Yeah.
I'm going to point it on that night to when Crawford sends him there. So yeah, it's going to be.
Even Al Heyman of iBoxing Hub is saying, look, someone kick Rico out, man. No, we're not going to kick him out. He's our brother. He's in.
I look.
I respect it.
Triple D. If Triple D lands on Usyk and it's a clean shot, there's a possibility. There's a slight possibility. And I'm just being real. Like, because remember, it's heavyweight division. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. The problem is, I don't want to go too much into it, I feel that the heavyweight division at the moment, they're overlooking everyone. It's like they're talking about Wilder and Joshua.
Zilly Zhang.
If Dylan beats Andy Joshua, then what happens? Is it going to be Dylan and Wilder? Other than that, they're talking about Usyk and Fury. What happens if Triple D beats Fury? Do you know what I mean? Usyk and Fury.
I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy.
What happens?
Oh my god! I'll be fucking like, I would win a shit ton of money as well. By the way,
I can't back that one.
I can't back that as well.
Takes the bar to school. Usyk takes.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it's okay, Will. It's okay. If you don't want to back our fellow countrymen, I will. You know what it is? My back hurts, Will, every day, bro.
No, but do you know
From having to,
on paper, right?
having to defend our domestic sea. I have to like get masseuses, all of this type of stuff, Will, man. It's costly, but I
I'll
do
tell
it
you what,
because well,
which
Go on, William.
British talent I will back is Moses Atuma. I think he's going to be a special fighter.
Yes, he knows. He knows.
have you met him, Will?
I've not met
knows.
him. I used to
You know
hear
that
good
kid?
things. Amateur setup.
Bro, that kid is all you see. All of us, all the people watching this live, right? Me, Trey, whichever. When all of us combined as one human being doesn't make up Moses, bro. Right?
Yeah.
He's huge, bro. Like he's like, bro. They made him in a lab. I'm convinced. If they just test him, he's a ped. He's a walking ped.
He's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter, and he's
incredible. That kid.
I think he's a definite world champion.
They're not going to go for the record. Then I just want to tell everybody they're not going for Mike Tyson's record. You chat to Francis Warren. They're not going for it.
There's no need to, is there? I think when it comes and he gets there, be there for a long time. I think he'll definitely be a champ. Definitely.
Oh, Saka, Adam Azim, my Slough brother, is incredible. He's a great talent. And yeah, his brother Hassan as well, 1,000,000%. Actually, well, Hassan fights at 100. No, he's at 147. Is he at 147? Hassan or 140, somewhere abouts there. But he could be a rival for yourself, William. If you're looking at other prospects that have started at the same time as yourself, who are you looking to meet down the line?
I'm not even looked into that, but like not in a. I'm not. I just what it says. Want the rounds right, but once I'm ready for them 10, 12 rounds fight, I'll fight anyone. Like I'm not. I wouldn't not say I'm some macho man, but I'll fight anyone if the fight's there. Then, and that's how it is. We're all here to try and make a good living. But yeah, I think like you said, I think they're two great talents. Hassim and Adam, I think they're great talents.
Big up to you as well, honestly, because I think you have that Warriors mindset of just getting in there, regardless of what circumstances it is. So I just respect that so much. And look, we're fans. We're fans. After your pro debut, we're fans. After this show, and we just want to see you do well. And you've got a name to fight for, and you're doing a tremendous job. So there's no pressure. You're your own person, and I believe you're going to do some good stuff. It's good energy, I sense, man.
Nah, thank you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate them words.
I have a question. One last question. Apart from your division, what other division excites you, as in like a fan? Now, what's your favorite division?
That's a good question.
Lightweight, easier. Lightweight on the world scene. Lightweight on the world scene.
I have a question, Will. Who did you think won between Haney and Lomachenko?
I thought
there's no right or wrong answer. There is.
I thought Loma won.
That's the wrong answer.
Nah, I thought it was 7-5.
I respect him. I said the same thing, man. I did say the same thing.
No, but Trey, what were you saying? Okay, so Will, you said 7-5, right? I said 7-5 to the Hayne Maestro.
No, that's correct. It was a close fight, though. It was a close fight.
Was it a robbery, Will? Was it a robbery?
No,
I don't think it was a robbery, but I think when you've got a fighter as like in a 12-round fight, fighters take a round off. So obviously it's a known fact. Like if you ask a lot of fighters, they'll take a round off. Engine-wise,
whose fault is that? Lomachenko.
Yeah, no, but if a fighter feels like he can have a round off, he must feel like he's comfortably winning that fight. And I thought if Loma definitely won, if Loma didn't take the last round off, which he admitted he did, then you're talking 7-5. You're talking 8-4, and to me that's a clear win. But
no, it's fair. It's fair.
Final question.
Go for it.
Who wins? William. Question to William. Who wins out of Tank and Haney?
There's no right or wrong answer, Will.
There's no right or wrong.
I'm gonna go Tank.
Yes.
Tank.
This is where, he's the G. He's a G.
However,
I'm
going to it. I think Shakur Stevenson beats them all.
That's fair enough. That's fair
No,
enough.
that's fair. It's fair. I respect it. I respect it. I do respect
Well, you know
it.
you're gonna have to fight this brother at some point. Genuinely, he might go up to 154, bro. So you know it's okay to be like, nah. He can't beat everyone. Plant the seed early.
No, yeah. I think, Joe, you know what, that the other week I was looking forward to Tank and Ryan Garcia. I was major looking forward to that, but I didn't agree with all the weight bullshit behind it. The way can't rehydrate and stuff like that.
Respectfully, if you as a fighter, I'll be real with you, bro, and I would tell you this to your face. If you accepted that dumb rehydration clause, right?
Oh yeah.
You moaned about it after. I would say, Will, you're my guy. I fucked with you, but that's retarded.
Yeah.
Really.
And of course, but like
he took the knee, Will. The knee was applied, and it was the most purest knee I've seen in like the last 3 years, possibly. That was a good knee.
No, it was like say you get hurt to the body.
Good body shot, man. Come on, the body shot. Like you got to put respect in the art in landing that body shot, man. It was a clean.
Did you say body oddy like Megan Thee Stallion? Did you say that? Did you?
He felt the power.
I was lagging a bit. Did you say? Did you just?
He felt it.
You know, make up an excuse for the knee.
Oh.
We've all played Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm gonna watch the fight again.
We've all played Yu-Gi-Oh! Here. You know when they tap the trap cards? You know when they hit the trap card? The knee trap card was applied. Tank Davis straight away. That knee was beautiful. I've not seen a good knee like that in a minute, man.
But on that fight, I thought Ryan Garcia got a bit greedy. I thought the round he got dropped in, he was winning that round pretty easy. And if he wasn't so greedy and was happy with his work and just stepped back after the good work, he would have won that round and he wouldn't have got timed onto one of Tank's backhands. But he was just walking forward. I think he threw 5 left hooks in a row. So if you're doing that, you deserve to get dropped. But I didn't think it was the best tactics from Ryan Garcia's team, though, to be fair. I thought there's quite mad tactics.
Will, do you think that Ryan Garcia is one rap album away from signing with PBC? He's working with Derek James at the minute. You know how you know he wants Rolly Romero. I'll be real, and I'll say this on record. You right now, Will, could punch up Rolly Romero. Weight drain.
I don't think. Do you know what? Funny enough, he just boxed. But also, my brother defended his world title against, didn't he?
We watched it.
And your brother did exceptional. This is put respect on Anthony Crowler's blood. Name, damn it.
Come on.
But yeah, I don't know. I think Rolly's more talked himself into stardom or into the limelight he's got.
Some man. He's some man. He beat the Chargers like Snoop straight away after a loss into a world title fight.
Did he fight? Was it the Tank fight before Barroso?
Exactly. So
and then after, I think he's going to fight either O'Hara Davis next or Ryan Garcia. So he's going to get another good pick.
O'Hara Davis. I'm calling for O'Hara Davis, Rolly Romero. You're cool. Just have it at you cool, man. Let's have it.
Yeah.
Let's have it. Scrappers in your cool, man.
Are you drunk? This is Romero on PBC. Why are they gonna go ahead? At least O2 Arena or Wembley Arena. Wow.
Chris said, Trey, how many magnums have you had before the show? What are you doing?
Hey, you know what? No, you know what it is? I like the vibe of your cool, man. I'm just greedy. But obviously, O2 is the...
Rolly will not make it out of your call. I'm telling you right now. Rolly Romero in ends, Bethnal Green. Are you not serious right now with what you're saying?
You lot, it's him.
Hey, I'm from East London, man. I like things back home, man. So we ain't got the O2.
Yeah, that's too yard, bro. Rolly Romero, he's not rolling. Nah, he's not rolling there. Rolly's not rolling to your call. I'll be real with you right now. Copper Box, absolutely. You're more likely to see him in Edinburgh, bro. Unrelated for anything, rather than Bethnal Green.
No, you're right, man. I'm just dreaming in it at the end of the day. But look, I would love to see that fight at O2. Obviously, BNG, that's his home, basically. That's like the venue for like the most of the biggest scrappers. And look, I know we've sort of gone past the time, but look, we have to ask, if Joshua was to fight Whyte, where would you do it, and who do you think's gonna win it?
Me, where'd I say?
Yeah.
I think you go the 0-2, and I think Joshua wins again. I think Joshua does win.
Will, do you think he wins via uppercut? It's okay to say yes. It's fine.
Possibly, I don't. Possibly, I don't know. But I thought Joshua's jab was good last time. I think it must be something Derek James obviously wants to get going. I thought a lot of people was pretty critical of Joshua against Franklin, where I thought he's showing had a bit of a better engine than before, and he didn't just rush in. So, like, if you look at this, the moaning say they just rush in and knock him out, but when he's rushed in the past, he's been dropped off. Andy Ruiz, Usyk just picked him off. So he's changing something up, which he wants to do, which I didn't think he looked too bad at all, to be honest. And I think Dillian's had some hard fights. I think them fights with Del Boy took a lot out of him as well.
Yeah. No, man. You know what? Ooh, yep. Look, the Al Heyman of Vibe Boxing Hub is spoken.
It's this week, bro.
It's this week, bro.
He's drunk too.
I know Magnums as well.
We were supposed to do a watch along for this, and this is what he thought the show was the next week, the other day, bro. I was like, this guy, like, come on.
I think Taylor does the business.
Yeah, I think he's got a great chance of beating him as well. I think he just moved to a very good gym in Joe and Decking trainers. I think you've seen the job they've done with Liam Smith. They've done very well. But I think Josh has got a great chance. I thought Teofimo was quite flat last time out, and I don't understand why, because he's moved up a weight. It was a weird one last time.
He looked like absolute shit in his last two fights. I would definitely say. The thing with that, and I'm gonna put it out there because I've actually been on fire with these predictions. I think there's gonna be an upset. I think Teo's gonna get him off a counter from the mid to late, right?
You know what? We finally agree with something, man. We finally agree, man.
I had to say Trey because you know what it is, right? And there is science. Whoa. There's science to what I'm saying, right? So I'm gonna salt bait real quick. So what I'm trying to say is, right? Josh Taylor lost to the true 140-pound lineal champion Jack Catterall in Scotland, right? In front of all the mandem, bro. He's not fought. Yeah, Jack Catterall has obviously fought in this time, and in true Jack Catterall fashion, sent man to Hades the other day, right? Teo has looked like absolute shit. Yes, I completely agree. Mentally, he looks like absolute shit. Yes, I absolutely agree. However, he's still active, right?
Yeah.
People will say we've all seen I don't know, like ESPN don't call it like the gloves are off or this. We've all seen that little exchange with him and Gareth A. Davis, the true hero and protagonist in this story. We've all seen that interview, and you know, people say, "Oh, Josh has got the mental edge over T." We all saw the gloves are off with Mr. Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor. Taylor had him, bro. He busting joke on him at will. I felt really bad for my guy Catterall, man. I wanted to actually phone a friend to get him out of there. But then he went to Scotland and pieced him up. So we can't really judge based on all of these other factors, guys. But for me, personally, it's always activity for a fighter. Will, you can correct me if I'm wrong or you add your 2 cents. But it's always the inactivity that gets fighters, man. Out of everything, bro. Why do you think back in the 15-round days that they were slapping fights, 6 fights a year and ending their careers early? Is because you just go in there, you burn it out, and then you live the rest of your days, bro, really. Do you know what I mean?
Before that, the proper actual fighters, they was fighting every week. They was fighting 15-rounders every week. I'm sure, but then you used to smoke and drink and that as well. It's just... So once you bit.
They used to be down the pub, Will. They used to be down the pub with Diane and Julie after the raves, bro. After sparking man out in the 14th round, they're going spinning. Nigel Benn, right? You don't
I
need
was
to
about
watch.
to say, so you read my mind, Rico. Dark Destroyer.
Trey, because we know we are like, bro. Ben, Nigel.
No. Man, like
Will.
Nigel, he was on
Nigel
the night out.
used to punch man up on a Friday, spin the decks on Sunday, recover from his hangover on Sunday, and go to church. Monday, he's back in training. That's gangster. Where is this right now? No, don't do it now, young fighters. That's terrible. But you know what I mean? Back in those days, it was part of their life, their lifestyle, and everything. And the science and the dedication wasn't there. But these men had such special talent and skill that it overlapped their weakness of living the life, you know. And you see you see a lot of these fighters and everything like this, like right now, who kind of want something from nothing. And
yeah,
you know, we're just gonna talk. Like, I'm just gonna touch on a Gervonta Tank Davis and a Ryan Garcia, because I'm gonna be real with you guys. I really like Tank as a fighter. I think he's so exceptional. Do you know what I mean? I'm not calling this man the face of boxing after just beating up a prospect.
I respect it. Yeah. No,
We disrespect Devin Haney, right? I want to plug this real quick. We disrespect Devin. He went over there to Australia where there is dinosaurs, God knows what other creatures and banshees and all of this type of shit. Beat ferocious Cambosis, right? Who beat the man who beat the man. Isn't that what it is? He beat the man who beat the man. Twice in his yard. Came back, pieced up Loma, arguably, but he did that. But Tank is like still the face of like boxing. This person is still the face of boxing. It doesn't make sense.
I'm not gonna lie, regardless, they both need each other. Tank needs to fight Haney because he's got the undisputed belt, and Haney needs to fight Tank Shakur because those are the names in the division. Like,
Haney's moving up. Haney's not making 135 anymore. And anybody that makes him fight again at 135 doesn't care about his life.
He might as well just vacate the belts, because just going back to what you said, Tank, remember, he's commercial. He's doing numbers. Unfortunately, Haney's not really doing them numbers just yet. But like Trey said, they both need each other, because when they both fight, it's going to be a mega fight. And I do understand when they say, Tank's the next, face of boxing, because like, look, once the big superstar Canelo goes, who's next? I mean, don't get me wrong, the likes of Fury, Joshua, in theory, I could be wrong, but they've probably got 18 to 24 moves.
The heavyweight division, you can't really akin it to the rest. But the heavyweight division is always the jewel of the division, bro. There's people out there that still know who my guy Miller is. On road, just out here in the suburbs where I am. So do you know what I mean? So heavyweights are just always going to be different. It is what it is.
No, yeah, that's a great
you've
point.
had who's brought the lower weights up.
The next phase of boxing,
who's brought the lower weights up.
The next phase of boxing,
who's brought the lower weights up. They're making all of this type of money. So sorry, Will, carry on.
Like you say, the next phase of boxing, you've got Boots Ennis, you've got Joe Ennis, you've got I think Shakur Stevenson or Boots myself. I don't know how old Tank is. How old's Tank? Is he
28, I think. 28.
28.
Yeah, still good age. Yeah, still good age.
Shakur's young though, isn't he, Is he like 22, 20?
Shakur's a youth, Will. He's a youth. That's what we call him.
He's pretty young. I think they'll be the next faces of boxing. Either of them two.
It's a good call.
Thing is, though, you know that Tank has turned pro the same time as Anthony Joshua. You know that.
What's that?
Tank has he turned pro the same time as AJ.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
To the letter, Will. So I have disappointment with Javante,
Oh,
and I won't go into it. I do.
Come on. Let's not do this.
He should be undisputed. He should be undisputed, damn it. Someone tell me I'm wrong right now. Even in the comments and the thing there.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But it's boxing. Remember, the boxers want the fights, but it's the promoters. They sometimes don't want them.
Exactly.
They just want to
It
make
came out
more
of
money.
Tank's own mouth. It came out of Tank's own mouth, Chris. He said, someone asked him live on air, have you asked Mayweather and my uncle Al? You lot know I'm a 20th Heyman on my sister's side. Do you want the hard fights? Tank said, no. I've not asked him for any of them. Nothing. They were like, what, really? He said, yep. I didn't. And that's why.
You can't read too much into that, man. You can't read too much into that. Not too much.
But hold on. Tank has apparently they've been in touch with what's his name? Haney. They want the Haney fight next. So that will be interesting. Like, either if it can't happen in 135, Tank's fought at 140 before, so make it 140. But either way, well, I think it makes sense if it's 135 because obviously, Haney is the champion. But
the fight that makes the most sense right now for Tank, as soon as man is fresh out, right? Shakur, he is at 135. You don't need to weight drain him because I'll be real with you, gentlemen. He will have to weight drain every single opponent and bring them down to earth to fight him to get an advantage because the people there for him to fight. Sorry, what?
They won't fight for no belt. Do you think they'd fight for no belts? I think they'd have to be a belt on the line for them to fight. Definitely,
it has to be a
belt,
man.
They first of all, Maurizio will create the maddest of the maddest drift for that whole fight.
Yeah, but that's the thing. This is what's working in boxing. We want what we want as fans. That look, I can ask all of you guys now. Wouldn't you want to see Tank and Haney for all of the belts?
Yeah,
right now. That's what I'm saying. And then put it this way. We can make it easier. All right. Tank fights Haney, yeah, and the winner has to fight Shakur Stevens. That's simple.
Yeah.
Stop it.
You're just saying to me, so Haney's going to fight Shakur.
Yeah.
Well, you're overlooking Tank. I mean, look, end of the day, look, we all are entitled to our opinions, but like they say, styles make fights. But end of the day, we will know who the best is. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's make the fight happen.
From experience, from my guy, and not being too impartial, Haney signs contracts, bro. Haney goes to the multiverse to fight God knows what in every other country, including his opponent. Tank is how do I say this? Respectfully, stationary, right? So he's not going far. He's fighting. He's making people famous, and this is why Tank does the Lord's work. Sometimes he's brought us Cruz. I think you should fight Cruz. He's brought us Rolly Romero. Oh fucking hell! Oh my days! Oh God! He's brought us the GOAT, Rolly Romero. He's brought us the most active, the GOAT of PBC, Mario Barrios, right?
Mario El Azteca. El Azteca. Mario.
El Azteca. Vamos. The most active PBC fighter ever in life, ever, right? I mean, you know what, lads? I'm gonna take everything I said back. I think Tank has a strong claim to just greatness, to be fair. That's just me.
Come on, man. You know what I was gonna just ask you as well, Rico? I was gonna look. I like the Dream. I love what the Dream does. He's a champion.
I think I've woken up, Trey. I think I've woken up.
I'm glad you have. I was gonna ask you: has Haney come to the UK?
Huh?
No.
Has Haney come to the UK?
Leah Walsh, didn't he?
He was in Bethnal Green the other day, bruv.
Who?
Haney, bro.
Oh, come on, man.
Guys, we need to wrap this up in like
We
soon.
need to
So
wrap this up.
okay,
Cool.
just to confirm, you're saying Tank's great, Tank's good. Rico.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
say
I am.
I think
I'm
he's good.
I'm happy with that, man. He's awake, man.
I never said he
last
wasn't.
words?
I never said he wasn't.
Yeah.
I just, think Haney beats everybody.
No, it's
No
fair.
worries, no worries.
What, Julian?
Trey, any last words or questions to ask William?
You know what, William, just firstly, brother, just thank you so much for, taking up this time to come on podcast and chill with us. As you know, we're a big family, and we just come and just bring the vibes, energy, laughter. Hopefully you got that experience. And for the audience, guys, make sure you follow William Croller's journey, and I promise you he's going to be a champion one day. I definitely
appreciate that.
Big up to you.
Pleasure. Been a pleasure. I'll be tuning in.
Big Will.
I'll be tuning in.
Big Will.
Big
Come
Willie.
on,
Pause.
big up. Now, big up Bukayo Saka as well. He's obviously saying he gained a new fan. William, look, Bukayo Saka is a fan of yours, so big
Thank
up
you,
to
bro.
you. And
He's not the real one, Will, but he
Yeah,
believes.
he is. No, he is. No, what? Why is he not the real Saka? Why is
That's
he
his
not the-
burner account, bro.
You sure? It could be. Could be him. Who knows? No, but guys, man, look, thank you so much.
Man, like Rico.
Guys, man.
Thank you, my brothers, man. Thank you for having me.
Blessings. Thank you so much for coming on as well. We definitely need to do a watch along so all of us gets involved. And cuz this is where I'll pass the ball to you so you can score a goal.
Yeah, man. Like always, we're here every Wednesdays and Sundays at 7:30. Just remember to like, share, and subscribe. We're boxing fans. We love to talk about boxings. We're all entitled to our opinions, etc. And have a lovely, blessed week. And we shall see you again on Sunday. Peace out.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, with your bag it up. I start my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a bag by the end.